Hey everybody, this is Jake with P3 Gauges, and in this video we're going to go over all the features of our V3 OBD2 gauge for the 10th Gen Civic. Now this is a Type R, but this gauge will work on any gas engine trim level Civic. It doesn't matter if you have a turbo or not, it'll work on that car as well. And what it is an OBD2 based gauge that's a plug and play system with a display that installs to the vent on the outside of your steering wheel. So you have a ton of information on tap with a dedicated gauge. You don't need your phone or any app or a dongle or anything like that. So let's hop in this car, take a ride, and see what all it can do. We are out in the car. We're going to go ahead and start the engine, and the gauge will fire right up with the engine, and we'll do a quick run through of these readouts. Right here we're looking at vacuum and boost. We're just going to use the right button to cycle through settings. We got vehicle speed, battery voltage, RPM with a shift light, exhaust gas temp, coolant temp, ignition timing, throttle angle, air-fuel ratio. We have performance timers, including a 0 to 60 timer. We'll come back to that in a second. And we're back to boost. Let's jump out on the road and do a quick run here. And the nice thing is you don't have to be looking at the gauge the entire time. You can hit the left button and you have a peak recall of the value created. This works in all functions. So right there we can see we made 16.7 PSI. Let's jump down the road here to an open spot and do a 0 to 60 run. To do a 0 to 60 run, all you have to do is cycle over to your 0 to 60 timer, come to a complete stop, and then your gauge does the rest. Don't judge me for summer tires in the cold. Last but not least is a great feature of this gauge, and that is code reading and clearing on the fly, which can be done with just a couple button presses. In addition to all that data, just by plugging into your OBD2 port, we also have 3 analog inputs on the gauge. The first one's going to be a dedicated port for our own analog boost sensor. We can also use Ethanol with our E.S.V.A, which stands for Ethanol Sensor Voltage Adapter. That's going to work with all the ethanol sensors that are out there on the market and give you that reading through analog inputs. You can read ethanol and fuel temp. We also offer analog oil pressure sensors, and that sensor also works for air tanks if you're on air ride or any other pressure system. The 2 analog inputs can also read any other sensor that gives a 0 to 5 volt linear output. That's going to wrap it up for this video. If you'd like to purchase one of these, click on the link in the description below, and that'll take you straight to our product page for this exact product. If you want to get some details on installing this gauge, click on our install video here. And if you want to see some more details on just how you can customize this gauge and set it up for your car, click on our V3 config menu video here. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share these videos. Click that notification bell so you can get alerts. We do have new products coming out soon, and you can always be up to date on that with these videos. Share these videos with your friends as well. We really appreciate that, and have a great day. We'll see you in the next one.